Most Excel users know the obvious shortcuts, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, maybe even Ctrl+D, but there are a handful of shortcuts that are incredibly useful, and almost no one knows they exist. Some of these will save you time, others will completely change how you work. You can download the example file from the link in the video description and try them yourself. Okay, let's get into them. Ever tried working with a long formula and you can only see one line at a time? So you drag the formula bar down, make your changes, and then drag it back up again when you're finished. Or you use the expand and collapse button over on the far right. Either way, it's slow and a bit clunky. Instead, press Ctrl+Shift+U. That instantly expands the formula bar so you can see the whole formula. And then when you're done, Ctrl+Shift+U again to collapse it. Much faster, especially when working with let or lambda formulas. This one is much less known. Here I have a series of dates in my column headers. They're too long and they make the spreadsheet really wide. I want to shorten them to just display the day, followed by the month wrapped onto the next row, which will allow me to make the columns much narrower. I'll select the cells, Ctrl+1 to open the Format Cells dialog box. On the Number tab, we want a custom number format. And in the type, I want DD for the day, and then I want to insert a line break with Ctrl+J, and then MMM for the abbreviated month. Now in the sample, it shows it all on one line. Don't worry, we'll click OK. You can see it's all on one line here, but all I need to do is apply wrap text, and now my dates display over 2 lines. And that allows me to make these columns much narrower, so I get more of a grid effect. It's one of those tricks that feels like Excel shouldn't even allow it. Here's something I see all the time. People want text on multiple lines inside a single cell, especially for headers like this, so they either spread the header across multiple rows, which breaks the structure of the table, or they go in and add a load of spaces to force the text to wrap. Both approaches cause problems later when you sort, filter, or build reports. Now let's Ctrl+Z to undo that. Instead, I'll do it up in the formula bar, simply backspace to delete the space where you want the text to wrap, and then Alt-Enter to force it to wrap. So now my text is wrapped over 2 lines. I can Ctrl+Shift+U to show you in the formula bar. Press Enter and note that I've got wrap text applied, so my text is now wrapped where I inserted the line break, giving you a properly structured cell that looks exactly how you want. Once you start using this, you'll never go back to spaces or split headers again. If you like these kinds of practical Excel tips, I go much deeper into them in my Excel Expert course. It's all about real-world skills that actually save you time. There's a link in the video description and pin comment if you want more details. Okay, here's a really annoying problem you've probably run into. You're editing a formula inside a dialog box. For example, I've got a conditional formatting rule here, and I want to make a change to this formula. I start using the arrow keys to move my cursor in the formula, but Excel starts selecting cells on the sheet instead. So now your formula is broken, and you have to start again. Here's the fix. Before you start using your arrow keys, press the F2 key. That switches edit mode to the dialog box. So now the arrow keys move your cursor inside the formula instead of jumping around the spreadsheet. This works anywhere you're editing formulas or references inside dialog boxes. Here's a simple one, but it catches people all the time. You select a cell and then you scroll across or down to check something. But now you've lost where your active cell is, so you're scrolling around trying to find it again. Instead, press Ctrl backspace and Excel jumps straight back to your active cell. No searching required. Similarly, if you select a large table of data, you're now at the bottom of the worksheet, when what you probably want to see is the top of the table. Simply press Tab, and now you're back in the top left. By the way, you can also use Ctrl backspace to go back to the very top cell, but that's 2 keys when one will do. This next one solves a specific problem. Again, you've selected a large range of data, but now you want to quickly move to one corner of it without reselecting everything. Simply press Ctrl and Excel cycles through each corner of the selected cells. Duplicating sheets is something people do all the time. Most users will right-click, go to Move or Copy, check the box to create a copy, choose where to put the sheet, and then click OK. Instead, simply hold down Ctrl, left-click and drag. You'll notice the little sheet icon has the plus symbol on it to indicate it's going to copy that sheet, and the arrow shows me where I'm going to place it. Release, and now I have a copy of the sheet. Once you start using this, the right-click method feels really slow. Grouped rows and columns are great until you need to expand and collapse them quickly. Clicking all these minus buttons and plus buttons gets tedious, and of course we can use these buttons at the top to collapse whole sections. But another way is to hold Shift and then place your mouse cursor inside the range of group cells. Scroll down to collapse and scroll up to expand. Just be sure not to place your cursor over the row label. It doesn't work there. It has to be inside the sheet and inside the area that's collapsed. Likewise, it works the same for columns, so you can quickly expand and collapse just holding down Shift and scrolling up or down. Plus, it works with pivot tables. So here I have pivot table with nested row labels and column labels. Holding down Shift and scrolling down, I can collapse them all in one go and scroll up to expand them all. Likewise for the column labels, it's super quick and easy. Big shout out to Geert Delmuller who shared this tip with me. If you've used name ranges, you'll know that they can quickly grow into a very long list, and it's difficult to remember them all. Let's say you want to apply some conditional formatting to these cells, and you go in and create a new rule. We want a formula, we reference the cell, and then we need to remember the named range that we've defined. But it's vanished from your memory, and now you're guessing. Or you have to cancel the dialog box, go back into the name manager, look up the name, try and remember it a second time, and then go back in here to use it. Instead, simply press the F3 button. It brings up a list of all your names. You can double click to insert it. No guessing and no switching screens. Now most people know F4 for absolute references, but here's the part that gets overlooked. If you repeat actions like formatting or inserting rows, instead of repeating those steps manually, once you've done it once, simply press the F4 key to repeat. It's one of the simplest ways to speed up repetitive tasks. It does the same as Ctrl+Y, but with F4 it's one key and it's super easy just to keep your hand on F4 and press it as required. These shortcuts are easy to miss, but they can make a real difference to how you work in Excel. If you want more like this, watch this video where I share 13 Excel fixes for the most common and annoying problems. It builds on what you've seen here and shows you even more ways to work faster and smarter in Excel. I'll see you there.